Okay. Hello, guys. I think we are in live.
We are.
Yeah, we are right. How are you guys? Let me check first Twitter and YouTube to see if everything is fine. And guys, give us please 2 minutes to finish announcing the AMA and let people joining in. Okay. This is the first time we are going to do an AMA in Twitter and in YouTube at the same time. So let me check that everything is working good. Okay. First of all, thank you very much for joining us. Sorry. Can you hear me? I don't know.
Yeah, I can hear you. That's good. I hope that everybody else, yes, they can hear you.
Great. Well, so now let's get started with the first AMA after the summer. I hope you all had a great holiday and are back with refreshed energy, right? So first of all, for those people who don't know me, I am Xavier Rull, and I am currently working and leading the ambassador program at Vottun. By the way, a quick reminder for our ambassadors. Remember, guys, that we have a new meeting this next Thursday. Okay, I hope to see you all there. Today we are back with a very interesting AMA with Luis Carbajo, the CEO and founder of Vottun. He will share some insights about the future of Botondoyo, our tap to earn game. Okay. And also we will discuss the new features implemented in Vottun Wall, and finally we're going to talk about the launch of the BTN token, and finally at the end of the session we will have some time to answer a few questions. Okay, so Luis, if you are ready, man. The mic is yours. Whatever you want.
No, so first of all, as you said, thank you for joining this AMA. I am really excited to talk about all the progress that we made during this summer. For most of us, or for most of our team, we were able to get also some rest and some holidays, so that was good also. But we accomplished a bunch of stuff, so happy to share that with everyone. And I don't know, for what part do you want that I started? Do you want that I give a general overview, or you have some questions already from ambassadors? So what do you think? Okay, so in terms of the general project, so first of all, we are accomplishing some of the goals that we have at the beginning of the summer to really increase the number of people following us in our community. And I am really happy to see that our community is really active. Especially thanks to our ambassadors. As you know, they have been really great on promoting what we have been doing in Vottun World and with Botondoyo. We crossed during this summer more than 100,000 followers in Twitter. Now we are about 150,000, so amazing progress there. We also have more than 60,000 people in Telegram. So really great numbers that are basically giving us confidence of what we are building. The crazy thing also that happened is that with Botondoyo, this initiative that we made to create more awareness about the project has been doing great. Now a lot of people are talking about the ninja, the shurikens, and all these things that are part of this kind of the Botondoyo game. And we have even more people in the Botondoyo channel, like 80,000 people in Telegram, than what we have in our community. So that has been also really exciting to see how that is taking their own life, right? Regarding that part about the community, as I mentioned before, the ambassadors, they are doing a great job. I know that you guys has been doing also recreating some part of the program to make it better with their feedback. So I hope that these improvements that you are putting together, they are going to even give more energy to the program. So that's it's something that we will see now in the coming weeks. So that's also pretty exciting. In terms of the product and bottom world, we have launched new functionalities, new features. I will mention a little bit more before because I saw some questions regarding some of them in the questions that we received. But we have now what we call open projects. These are amazing opportunities for the community to participate in different projects that are submitted by some part of the community that they can work on and participate in development on that specific project. We have, I think, like 7 or 8, and we are selecting more and more of the ones that are proposed in the community. So that's a great feature that we would like to push even more in this common cycle. We include also more visibility of who is who in our community. So right now, all the bottoners can really showcase who they are in their new profile. So with links, with a small bio, with a links up to their social networks. So really that gives a lot of visibility to all the people that are participating in the community. So we hope that that will create great links in this Web3 community to make things happen. As part of giving more visibility to the people that are contributing to the community, we also put the section Top Warriors that really showcase what are doing our top developers, and we are thinking to do exactly the same with the community users that are also very active on promoting the project. So these are the things that I think that it benefits to really the whole ecosystem that we are creating. Also, we have been working on looking at what is going on in the blockchain world in terms of what are the networks that are really doing or performing better in this cycle. And we decided to include Base as one of the available blockchains that you will have in the platform. And we are now also thinking that maybe instead of Arbitrum, we will issue our token in Base. So this is something that we will be asking to the community very soon, but it seems that it really makes sense to really follow the trend on the market that Base is going to be the major layer 2 in Ethereum, and we think that that could be really beneficial for us. So this is something that we have been working on during the summer, and we will be announcing that pretty soon. But once again, the one thing that is going to happen this week, depending on the schedule of development, is that Base is going to be available to use with our APIs. And the last part, and not less, is that we have a hackathon coming very, very soon on the 20th and the 21st of September. We are doing that with Cubic. That is also a very interesting blockchain, very new, that we believe that it could add something unique to the ecosystem. And we are going to have a lot of fun during one weekend, with the people of, we are hosting that in Barcelona, in the building from Telefonica. That is an amazing location. We are going to have food, drinks, a lot of work to do during the weekend. And I really invite everyone that is in Barcelona, that is a developer, businessman, or someone that is working in UX, UI. These kind of the 3 profiles that normally we get into these hackathons to game, have fun, code some cool application, and receive amazing rewards, because we have a lot of awards for that hackathon. So we have here, I don't know if you can see it, also these kind of like flyers that we are going to, they are now in most of the boot camps and academies, blockchain academies and universities that are around here. So it's going to be fun and exciting, and it will be plenty of networking to do over the weekend. This hackathon also, the awards are going to be released during the DexForce Festival. That I don't know if anyone know what DexForce Festival is, but it's basically this kind of like really fun and cool event, Web3 event that DexTools is doing also in Barcelona by the end of September. So we will be announcing the winners there. They will have access to all the concerts and everything, all the fun that this event is. So there are plenty of reasons to participate in the hackathon. So I really believe it's going to be really cool to really be here if you can. And yeah, and more things. I don't know if I cover everything. Do you want that we pass to the next question?
Yeah, of course. If you want, we can start with the questions. We have a lot, a lot of questions. I have selected the more general questions in a broad sense to then move on to more specific ones. Okay, so the first question says, what is the current status of the project and the community, and what highlights can you share with us since the last TAMA?
Well, I think that was kind of like my introduction, so I almost answered it. So yeah, but I will think that the highlights has been really how we put together or we try to really increase our social networks from our Leistama. We discovered that we wanted to try something new and experimental, how it was to launch a game that will explain to the community and to any user what they can do with Vottun. And we put that together with Botondoyo, the history of this ninja that is a Web3 founder that need to do some activities to launch the technical side the project and also in the marketing and the community side. So that has been really, I think, that the major success that we have because our followers has increased drastically thanks to that. And so we are really happy about that development. Probably we were really surprised for how that was taking over. And what now it concerns a little bit was like, maybe the ninja is basically coming to being too important, right? And that is kind of like the thoughts that we're having lately on how we separate Botondoyo from Vottun, because Botondoyo was an instrument to really support Vottun, but it seems that people really like it. So we were thinking of what to do with that to make the best out of the two of them.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Sounds very cool, man. So the second question. Obviously, everyone is very interested in Botondoyo. This is a fact. So, what can you tell us about the game? How is it going? Maybe any updates? Okay. How does the airdrop work? Maybe you can tell us more about this, about the game.
Mm-hmm. So here is where I have a really important announcement to make. As I mentioned before, the game is doing great, yeah, more than what we expected at the beginning. The marketing team that is keeping the score in terms of number of users, etc. We announced very recently that we bypassed the 100,000 users. Now we are very recently to bypass the 200,000 players. So it's been amazing. And what we decide to, because we were also concerned, right, that Botondoyo is not Vottun, right? Vottun is a developer ecosystem, a community that is behind a lot of projects that could be games, but are other applications, other decentralized applications. So how we keep the two things or how we keep Vottun protect from this ninja, this crazy ninja that is taking over the project. So we decide to spin off Botondoyo. So that is a decision that it takes us a little bit of time to really decide, but I think that is the big announcement for today. Botondoyo is going to become a new project by itself. It's going to be called in a different way. It's going to be obviously powered by Vottun. It's going to be always obviously supported. That we are going to be very proud of that. But we see that this is a business opportunity by itself, and it needs to fly without being tied to Vottun. So from that point of view, we are going to, similar to what we did with the first season of an airdrop with Chile, we are going to kind of close what we have done with Botondoyo in terms of airdrop, and all the participants that qualified, they will receive BT tokens. So that airdrop is going to be communicated very, very soon. But the nice news is that everyone that is already in Botondoyo will be able to participate in a different project that is just the game that we are putting together as a studio with very top people that are in the gaming and gamify. And this project is going to have their own token just by itself. That the cool part is that it's also going to benefit the Vottun community. And the reason why is that, well, first of all, the players that has been playing Botondoyo will receive BTN tokens in their airdrop, but now they will be also receiving the new token airdrop that is going to have their own life. And the second part is that this is a project that it came out of the Vottun community. The really, really cool part is that part of this token supply from this game is going to revert back to the Vottun community. So just for being a Vottun holder, you are going to receive some airdrop from this game, because at the end of the day, it was a project that was coming out of the Vottun community and needs to get back to the Vottun community to just be fair with the effort that we put all together into this. So I think that this is really a cool and a win-win situation. And for us, it's also going to show other people how this ecosystem works, that if projects have their own possibilities and they go out of Vottun and they basically came their own projects, the Vottun community is still going to benefit from them. So a spin-off of the Botondoyo, very, very soon we will announce the new name. I think that most of the people that are playing the game will think about the name very easily, because it's an important part of the game. So yeah, our ninja is going to have a new life by their own, and it's going to be a very exciting life, because they are going to really take the world of gaming with new and cool functionalities that this new team is putting together, etc. So that is a really, really cool announcement to make.
Yeah, absolutely. I think there are very interesting news. So how does this announcement align with the launch of the BTN token?
Well, as I said, I think that this is going to be even a good. Well, it aligns well. So let's get back to the BTN token, as I mentioned in the previous AMA, right? We need to be sure that our community is growing. We need to be sure that the market is right. We need to be sure that there are the right components to launch the token, and that remains also. So we're still monitoring the social networks. The market is not doing so great. So that is something that it concerns us a little bit, and we cannot control, right? But in general, we are on that part. We are patient to find the right spot to do it. So this game, it's going to align a lot with the BTN launch, just because it's going to be even faster than the BTN launch, because it's going to be ready for just in 1 month. So the new team is really targeting to launch the token for this game in 1 month, because it's basically how it shows that the community and the game is growing. So that one is going to be even earlier than the BTN token. And we will be able to show the benefits of the projects that are coming out of Vottun ecosystem to the Vottun BTN holders. So that is going to be really cool, and at least on my view, it's going to be really important for everyone that has BTN tokens to see that they receive other tokens that are coming from the projects that are coming out of this community. So this is going to be the first live example of that happening, because sometimes they told you, yeah, you will receive things from the projects that are going to come out of this community, but you never know, right? Because there are no projects coming out before that happens. So in this case, this is going to be a live example of this token coming out by its own and getting some tokens to the BTN holders right away. So I think that is pretty cool in terms of alignment and things that are going to play out well for both projects.
Yeah, okay. As you mentioned, the BTN token TG depended on reaching more international users, as you said, the state of the market, right? And the launch was aimed for September, maybe October, right? What is the current status about this?
So we are ready to launch.
Okay.
But but we need to, once again, I think that in this case we need to be patient on when, right?
Yeah.
The market conditions are not great. If you are following the crypto market in these late months, they are not doing so great. Bitcoin is once again going a little bit lower. Everybody apparently is counting on the market recovering by October, in line with the US elections, in line with the previous cycles in which normally August was not good, September was not good, and October is start to recuperate, and in November is when start really the bull market. So we are waiting for that to happen. So we were planning, we mentioned in the previous HAMA, September, October. That is still September. I think that is not it's not anymore an option. October, by the end of October, it could be one potential option. So this is something that it could happen. But once again, I think that we need to be patient. If October, the market is still a little bit shaky, it's not a question of 1 week more or 2 weeks more. We need to really align when the market is good. Normally, to be safe, so nobody really think that that we are waiting too much, etc. It should be on Q4, and the sooner the better. Because in this case, I think that we are ready.
Yeah. Okay. So now let's move to the more specific questions. Okay. In this case, David and Andrew DeFi are two of our best ambassadors. Okay, and they had a similar question that goes like this: Vottun is focused on APIs, so how can it stand out from its competitors? For example, Alchemy, for example, is a project that also uses APIs.
That's a really great question. So we are very different than Alchemy. Not so much in the technical side, because both companies basically develop APIs for developers and basically give tools and infrastructure for developers to build their dApps. But we think that in order to attract more and more developers, we need to provide an incentive and an environment, an ecosystem that really help them to flourish and really launch new projects in a more easy way. And the way that we thought that we can do that, it was with a token, an utility token that really rewards the work that developers can do, rewards what we call learning by doing. So if you are learning this new technology and you receive some incentives, it's more possible that you really dedicate the time to really go through the different challenges and activities that we put to really increase your skills to build projects. And if you are with learning by doing, feeling that you are ready to really start building dApps, that is going to happen. But what could lack for launching a project normally is to know that your project is really welcome, that people want it, that you have the support from people that really want this project to happen. And that is something that we believe that can provide our Web3 community. So people that are supporting tokens, that are really engaged on blockchain technology, the kind of community users that we have that support the project, that also can help these developers to really realize their potential, join them in the open projects section that we have, basically help them to realize how cool it could be, the app that they can develop. And these two things together are really powerful. So incentives that we have with the token plus a Web3 community that really can be empowered by this token, it's for us, I think it's the secret recipe to attract not thousands, but millions of developers. We need more talented people building things for the community that are waiting for more applications that are real use applications, things that they can use in their day-to-day life. So that is how we are creating this environment. So if we will not have a token, if we will not have that community, we will be very similar to Alchemy with some bells and whistles differently that one developer could like more or less. But with our community and our token, we are a winner proposition. We really want to share the work that these developers do with the community. So learning by doing and coding to earn is something that we think that it's going to be really powerful.
Yeah, okay. So now we have a question from CryptoCatch. He's one of our new ambassadors. That says, can I develop an app from scratch without having any knowledge?
The answer is yes. So you don't need any knowledge, but you need some dedication. So you need basically to go step by step. There are a lot of activities that we think about how to raise your level until the point that you will feel with the knowledge enough to build this app. So you don't need any knowledge to start. You will need basically to achieve the activities and to basically find the way through the challenge that we are putting you in your way to really test yourself. So that is going to, you are going to need to dedicate some time. You are going to need to ask on the Discord channel, for example, if someone can help you with something that you probably are going to be stuck. When you will be going a little bit deeper, probably you will need to reach to our technical team because maybe some of these questions are not so easy to find out an answer. But we are here, the community is here to really help these people to really become more and more comfortable with their own knowledge and their own skills to build these apps. So the short answer is yes, you can. The more elaborate question or answer is yes, you can, but you need to commit. You really need to make that happen. It's not for free. Anything that is good came for free, right? So
yeah, absolutely. Yes. Okay, now I'd like to quickly pass to Florencia. Give me a second, please, because this is new for me. Yeah. Hello, Florencia. Are you there? Hello. Florencia is one of our amazing ambassadors. Hey, Florencia. Hello, how are you?
I am here. I have two questions. The first is I would like to know what is the long and short term Vottun are in the future. And okay.
The goals.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
And the second is about a duration of the ambassador program.
All right. So the short term and long term. Short term, the short term goals for us is really make this developer ecosystem a reality. So right now we are building a lot of features that we really want people to start using, to see how that is really helping them to produce new apps, to create new value for the community, to launch new projects. And we still need that keep building more things based on the feedback that we are receiving to be sure that in a very close future, we see that there are dozens of projects that are coming out every month out of the Vottun ecosystem. That will be like my vision, right? And when we think dozens of projects, we can think hundreds of projects by the end of the year in which we can see that we are helping to make this happen. So that for me is the short-term goal. And in order to make that happen, we need to keep building the features that we have. We need to be successful on our token launch because that is going to provide a lot of resources and rewards for the developers and the community users that we want to be part of this. So that is kind of like, all right, we need to make that happen. We need to have a successful token launch. The long-term goals is really to bring millions of developers to Web3. So we know the people that are involved in technology, we know the limitations that the current internet has in terms of privacy, in terms of rights for the users, in terms of a lot of things that we are taking away from what we have today. Internet has a lot of flaws, and we believe that we can build a different internet, the internet of value, with blockchain technology, and protect the people that are behind that technology. And I would like to make that happen. And in order to make that happen, we need millions of developers implementing blockchain technology in their applications. So the data that we have, it cannot be hacked in an easy way as it is today, though where there are no data breaches, where there is no, well, a lot of things that right now I don't like it from the regular internet. I think that we can make that happen if we bring millions of developers on board. So long-term goals, I would like to see that Vottun is referenced in the future as the company that was able to attract millions of developers to build amazing applications. And some of them, they are going to be just huge companies by themselves. So that will be for me the long-term goals. And in terms of the ambassador program, we love you guys. So I don't know when is the end date for that program. Obviously, one important point is going to be the launch of the token. And once the launch of the token is achieved, or we accomplish that part, we will need to think about what is the best way for the people that want to continue being involved with Vottun, find the collaboration. But I really would like to see that this is going to be, for a lot of people, something that they would like to keep going because they like the project, they like the things that they are doing, and they are like, obviously they like also the incentive that they can get from us.
Okay. Amazing questions. Thank you very much, Florencia, for joining us. Sorry, my English. And see you. Remember, Florencia, see you next Thursday. Okay, in our own meeting.
Okay.
Thanks.
I see you.
Bye. So let's continue with more questions. Let me check. Okay. The next one is from Jay Zafrap. Well, is his username. Okay. He's one of our tech ambassadors, and his question is, what is the plan to attract new developers to our
hackathon? So there are two ways that we are working right now to attract more developers. One is with physical events, so hackathons or not physical, but events really dedicated to developers. One will be hackathons. Most of them, I think that we are trying to do it physically, but obviously sometimes it's not possible to do physical hackathons every so on. So you will see some global or online hackathons that give the possibility to people from all around the world to participate on that kind of events. We are doing builder houses. So in our offices, just this Friday, we host one of our builder houses was the second one. So we invite people to come here during one day and work with us and work with our team. So they are able to see what we do. We participate in meetups, in events where other developers are, and we provide, in this case, our APIs for them to use, like in the builder days and nights with consensus. So we are really active on that kind of events, because I think that at the end of the day, when a developer can try by themselves our APIs, they are hooked and they really like what they do, and they became part of the community and they join the Discord channel, etc. That is one of the areas in which we are working to attract developers. The second part is through collaborations with other communities and universities or boot camps or academies of developers. So we are connecting with a lot of academies that they have developers and they don't know about Web3, and we normally collaborate with them, offering them like workshops and also offering our APIs for free for the students, so they became familiar with what they can do with our APIs. So these are the two main streams, if you want, that we use to attract developers. And the last one that I will say that is not up to us, but is up to our community developers, is word of mouth. There are a lot of people that came to us because some friend, they basically tell them about us, and this is probably, for me, the best way to really attract people. That somebody else that is already part of the community recommend to join to one of his friends, because if they think that is cool, or they think that if they want to learn, that is a good way for them to learn Web3 development skills.
Yeah, okay. So now Jasmine, she's also one of the more she's one of the more active ambassadors from the beginning. She has a question: what is the process for submitting a proposal in the open project section?
Okay, so it's very easy. So anyone can submit an open project. Basically, you need to fill the form that is in Botondoyo, explaining what you are trying to accomplish. Normally, these projects came to us and we kind of validated. The more information that you provide, the easier for us is to validate. Sometimes when we have some questions about the project, we reach directly to the person that is submitting the project to understand what they are trying to accomplish. And basically, that's it. With that information, we are normally publishing that in the open project sections, and anybody can join that part. During this week, we are going to communicate a little bit more how that process works, to just be sure that people understand what happened when they join an open project, what happened when they submit an open project. So all the things that basically, what is the process, right, to make that happen. Also, in terms of the what are the number of people that can be part of an open project, or these kind of things, that are also questions that normally people has, and what kind of support normally Vottun provide. So there is no rules for that. In terms of the number of participants, normally the submitter, or that is going to manage probably, or is the person that is kind of like coordinating that project, is going to decide who is able to join, who is not able to join. I recommend that sometimes the more the better, but sometimes to be effective, that is not the case. So once the group or the team is already complete, we can probably put some message that no more people is needed. But well, that could evolve, right? Because some people are going to be working on some project, and some people that say that they are going to work every single day. Sometimes after the second day they disappear and you never seen them back. So we need to be flexible. So I will say that for the people submitting projects, that they start at the beginning getting people in. They see and check who is really committed to make that project happen, and based on that, after they kind of close the team that is working on that part for that specifically. And in terms of Vottun support, we are here to help. So there are going to be some projects that we are going also to propose to the community because we think that it's going to be kind of beneficial for them. But once we are, even if we are not proposing that or we are just approving that, once we approve an open project, that means that we are really interested in that project to be successful. So we are going to help in any way that we can to make that happen. We are obviously not going to be part of that specific team full-time, etc. But for all the technical questions, everything that we can help with, etc., you can count on us because at the end of the day, this open project is part of what we are building at Vottun, and we are really interested on to be sure that they are successful. So we will be helping in we will provide all the help that we can do.
Yeah, okay. So the last question of our ambassadors says, has there been any consideration of which network the token will be launched on? Luis told us about Base, right? And the question continues: is Hedera is also an option, or maybe not?
We thought about Hedera at the beginning, but we thought that it is not has the traction that we would like for our token to have. So it's a very interesting blockchain. I think that it has a very good press and I have very good technology behind it, but it's impossible to be in everything, right? And when we were making the decision to where we will be using the token, we decided to go with a layer 2 based in Ethereum, where more technology has been developed so far, and in this case, with the one that we see that is getting more traction. So initially we thought about Arbitrum. Now we are thinking about Base. It seems that Base is winning based on the feedback and the test that we have done. So, and also the traction that is getting these months. And the last part about Base is that as it's a kind of like new chain in the sense that is supported by Coinbase, and Coinbase has kind of the blessing from the US regulators that give us a lot of confidence that nothing is going to happen or nothing bad is going to happen with that one. We saw in the past that some of the regulators normally attack the chains that they don't understand or they don't think that they have control over. But in the case of Base, with Coinbase being based in the US and with a lot of support from the establishment, we believe that is a safe choice to have. So for that reason, we are selecting that one. And yeah, Hedera, I think that is great, but in this case, in our case, we will not be using that one.
Yeah. Sorry. So I don't know if we have time for one more question, maybe.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. Last question of all. The BTN token will be available on other chains?
Initially, we probably think about some bridges to use it in other chains, but that is something that we will evaluate later on. So right now, our focus is really to launch one and have a successful launch. But after that, why not? We are multi-blockchain, we are EVM, non-EVM, so we really have the possibility to provide that functionality in several chains. And this is something that is going to happen, but in the future, because at the end of the day, this is things that is going to be our own community that is going to request that to happen. So if, I don't know, if Solana really became really very important for our community developers and for the projects that they are building. It's going to make total sense to do a bridge and to be able to use the token in other chain, like it's a very different one from one based in Ethereum, right? So, but that is something that we will be adapting as we go. We don't know if in 1 year from now there is one of these new chains like Cubic, the one that we are supporting in this hackathon, that is going to be really successful when they will be launching their main features, and the other ones are not going to follow. So this is something that is going to happen, but once again, we will be approaching that step by step based on future situations that we can have.
Yeah, okay. So I think that's a wrap for the AMA, right? I think it was great. Yeah?
Yeah. I only will say that we will be announcing very soon all this spin-off from the Botondoyo. I think that is an exciting news to share. They are going to be a different token that is going to benefit our BTN community. I am really excited about the team that is taking over this new venture. So it's going to be great. And it also is going to help to focus also our message in our Vottun community, separate just from one game. That it was kind of like, we love the game, we love the ninja, but it was taking over us. And I think that it's really cool that happened, and that we can separate that, and that it will follow a really great opportunity that they have in front of them, and that benefit us from that. So
okay, so that's all. We managed to answer a lot of questions, so I think it's perfect. Thank you very much, Luis, for your time. I know the community and also the ambassadors really appreciate it. So really thank you. And thanks also to everyone who joined us. See you next time, guys. Very soon.
One more thing.
Yeah, of course.
The hackathon. So we will help you if you spread the word about the hackathon that we'll have on the 20th and 21st of September in Barcelona. Is going to be great. I think that there are more than 40,000 euros in awards. So really cool. So please spread the word, and if you are around, please visit us. It's going to be a weekend, plenty of fun and a lot of things.
Yeah, okay. So guys, thanks again, and see you next time. Okay, and have a great week. Bye, fam.
Bye.
Yeah, bye.